Did it finally shut off? Oh, good.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's been a while since I posted a video, I know. Been an interesting last couple years. Figured I'd just give an update on everything, where I'm at, what I'm doing, and kind of what to see from here. This video is just going to be pretty much me talking, maybe some clips of what I've seen, but pretty much just a talking video. So I was going to school at NAU out in Flagstaff and basically ran out of the GI Bill. Part of it, it's all my fault at the end of the day, but part of the thing I didn't realize when I started, I went to community college and did all my my general ed there basically. And then I didn't realize once you start the engineering program at a four-year school, you have to basically start at the beginning. So you have to still start with your 100 level engineering courses. So by the time I ran out of the GI Bill, there just wasn't, I ran out of it and I didn't have enough schooling. I still had more schooling to go. Still had a lot of 300 and 400 level classes to take. So once I ran out, kind of just put me in the dumps a little bit. Didn't know what to do with my life. Just got a job working at AutoZone for a while. That was pretty terrible. Worked with some great people though. Worked with some really good people that I really enjoyed. Hopefully I can get to see them again. Just because those are some lifelong friendships, but the work was just, oh man, it was terrible. But after a while, a bunch of my buddies noticed that I was just kind of pretty much flatlining in life, going stagnant and not doing anything, just making enough money to pay my rent and eat and, you know, whatever little bills I had, and that was it. I wasn't coming to see anybody anymore, so they drove out to Arizona and brought a trailer and picked me up and moved back to California. From there, worked a couple odd-end jobs, just helping buddies out, making some money, and ultimately decided to get my life back on track. I wanted to go to trucking school, and I somehow had 23 days left on the GI Bill. The trucking school was 28 days of curriculum, and they submitted to the VA and got it approved, so I was able to get my commercial Class A license. I got all my endorsements, my passenger endorsement so I can drive a bus too. I got hazmat, doubles and triples, tankers. I think that's it. I don't know. I can't remember now. It's been a long day. And then I also took it in a manual transmission truck, so I don't have that restriction on my license. Halfway through school, I started applying to different jobs, and by the end of it, I already had, basically I was hired with May as long as it was contingent on me obviously getting my license. So as soon as I got my license, I submitted everything, signed up for orientation, and within a week I was off to Phoenix, went to orientation. Another week and a half after that, I had my own truck and have been on the road. That was back in the middle of September, and it's now, what is it? Oh, it's the beginning of May now. It's about 7-8 months. I don't know, my math's a little terrible since I haven't used much of it since I got out of school. But I've put about 75,000 miles on this truck, just cruising the country. I was told that I'd be on the West Coast for the beginning of it. My first trip, I went straight from Southern California up to Washington, and then dropped off, picked up in Washington, down to Texas, and I think from Texas, beep up my way up to Illinois, and then I think I went to Michigan right after that. So pretty much just all over the place. Been to Atlanta a couple times, 3 times now. Haven't been on much of the East Coast, but it's been amazing to just go across the country, see different things, interact with different people. Seen a lot of different people, and a lot of different truck stops and stuff. But yeah, I'm pretty much out on the road for sometimes as little as 3 weeks, but most times like 5-6 weeks. I'll go out and then I'll come home for 4 or 5 days, you know, get whatever stuff I ordered from Amazon, see my family, hang out with my puppy Maggie, which is my parents' dog, but she's my puppy. And then see as many friends as I can, and usually I try to plan a trip home around a birthday or just some event that I'm going to run into as many people as possible. So I'm not trying to spend an hour or two seeing different people every day and running around like crazy. But on this trip in the last 7-8 months, I've picked up the camera quite a few times. I even got a new GoPro. And I would just pick it up, I'd make an intro, maybe film a little bit, and then just get busy with work and just forget about it, or get unmotivated, start editing it, and I don't know how to put it, but I guess the best way to put it is, when you're editing footage, it's hard because you know what happened during the day. So you know what you filmed and what you didn't. And it gets really frustrating when you're editing it and you're like, man, I missed this, I didn't get that correctly, you can't see this one thing I was trying to capture. But at the end of the day, like, no one really knows what you actually filmed. They're kind of watching and judging, or whatever you want to call it. They're just watching whatever you've presented with them. They don't know that, you missed the cool part, but you got, 8/10 of your day in, and that's all that really matters. So, I decided to pick up a newer camera again. I decided to pick up an actual camera this time. I'm tired with the GoPros, with them freezing and then just being terrible in low light and just all kinds of other issues. They work good, but they're just a pain. I decided to pick up a camera and just actually force myself to start vlogging again. I also wanted to pick it up and just take pictures and, at the minimum, take videos of all these cool places I get to see. I don't really stop at the scenic areas, and I've held off on stopping at them because I haven't had a camera that can really zoom in other than my iPhone. And now it's going to kind of give me the opportunity, but also just force me to stop at all these beautiful places and just take pictures of everything, take video, kind of show you guys what I'm seeing. Because a lot of it's, big lightning flash. But a lot of it's incredible. Everything from just the rolling plains to all the mountains. We'll go over a lot of mountains through Washington and Oregon. Man, I lost my train of thought. That's what I was going to say. Over those last couple months, though, of driving, like, with all the beautiful stuff I've seen, man, I've been through some real crap. I did manage to strap the GoPro to the windshield and hit record once in a while. I got a little bit of driving through Wyoming in here. The Wyoming's always terrible. It snows a lot, but it gets really windy and it gets really icy. And the wind will blow you across the ice while you're just driving straight down the road. The wind will hit you and it'll push you off the road. And then in Oregon, there was a crash in Oregon, and then what was the other one? Oh, it was a crash in Wyoming also. But then I've seen some other stuff. This is just over the last week. I got a fascination with trains a little bit, so I got a little video rolling next to this train. This first one was on the 84 in Oregon, about an hour and a half outside of Portland, something like that. And then the next one was, I believe, in Nebraska. It was either in Wyoming or Nebraska. But I thought that was kind of cool too. But kind of for the future of this channel, I'm hoping to pick up this camera, maybe put out a video a week or maybe 2 a week. I don't know. We'll see how things go. But I want to just kind of capture everything going on in the daily life out here as a trucker. I know there's quite a few other people that do these kind of videos, but figured I'd take my shot at it. If at a minimum, if no one enjoys watching these, that's okay. I'll have them for memories, because I know I've gone back and watched the old desert videos that I made. Sorry, I went off on a tangent there and I had to cut it real quick. I lost my train of thought and just was rambling on. The desert videos that most people came here for, I don't know when those are going to resume. It's kind of hard to get out to the desert when I work so much, and then I'm only home for a couple days at a time. And now that we're going into summer, there's not a whole lot of desert stuff, going on. So we'll see, when that comes back. I definitely do want to get back out there when the opportunity presents itself. Like I said, we'll see. I'm not 100% sure. But, yeah. Hope you guys enjoy this update, and then we'll kind of see where this goes from here. Well, I guess I couldn't get everything out in one video, and if you hear that echoing in the background or the rumbling, that is the reefer unit that I was waiting for it to turn off when I started filming earlier. Forgot to address my beard going on here. Not really sure what's going on with it. Just started growing it at the end of Halloween and haven't shaved it since. Kind of like it, but at the same time it's getting pretty annoying. So I might just shave it all off next time I'm home. Yeah, same with my hair, it's getting kind of long. Normally I'm a number 2 buzz, so just this is even too long. Also, after I was done filming, I went and played with the drone, which, by the way, I have a drone. So I went and flew that around for a little bit here at the terminal, the May trucking terminal here in Greenwood. So it was kind of cool. It's fun to fly around. It's really hard to get good footage, and I also realized that 4K 30, so the 30 frames per second, it gets a little choppy when you're flying it around. 4K doesn't really matter, just gives you more to play with when you're editing, but I mean, this is all uploaded in 1080p, so it doesn't really matter. But it was cool to fly that around. And then I also have this video with some music that I put together a long time ago. It's kind of terrible, but it's cool just to look back on all the footage, so I figured I'd throw it in here. The song is Heart From Your Hate by Trivium, and I thought it matched together pretty well, so we're just going to leave this at the end, and then once that's over, the video will be done. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.
When everything repeats, it's easier to cut us down and point our defeat. It's easy to be right when everything repeats. Dig below the surface, find your insecurities. Tell me, maybe you were right, maybe I was wrong, but I've been silent for far too long. Maybe you were right, maybe I should go, but I've been silent for far too long. What will it take to rip the heart from your hate? What will it take? What will it take to rip the heart from your hate? To rip the heart from your hate. Your distance from reality won't bury or erase it. I tried to do the same, living so complacent, but the problems wouldn't go away, so I turned around to face them. Tell me, maybe you were right, maybe I was wrong, but I've been silent for far too long. Maybe you were right, maybe I should go, but I've been silent for far too long. What will it take to rip the heart from your